Welcome back to Positively Philly. I'm Rachel Malik.
And I'm Abby Urban. We're keeping local authors in the spotlight today with a focus on Don't Let Them Eat the Baby.
Can't wait to find out more. And we're going to do that with author Erica Vanstone, also known as Double H.
Double H, yeah.
Double H. She certainly gets points for this eye-catching title, but more importantly, she's also highlighting roller derby as the greatest sport never sold. I'm excited to dive in. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I think we have to start with that essential question, which is, what does that mean? Don't let them eat the baby.
Whose baby?
Oh yeah, I'm worried about the baby.
The good news, there's no baby eating actually happening
thank
in
goodness.
this book.
Phew.
No, eating the baby is a roller derby strategy, and so it requires capturing an opponent.
Okay.
So don't let them eat the baby is really just a way to say, don't let people hold you back.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. A simple answer, eye-catching title. We love this. But we have to talk about like the subtitle here, which is the greatest sport never sold. Tell us about that.
So roller derby in its flat track form started in about 2000 in Austin, Texas, and gradually migrated around the country and eventually around the world. So the first time I found roller derby was over at Millennium Skate World in Camden in 2006, and I never looked back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us about that first experience and really getting into it. We're seeing a little bit of the roller circus, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yeah.
But you saw somebody wearing a shirt that said roller derby saved my soul. How did that kind of propel you into really advocating for this sport?
It's very much a term that people use a lot, right? Because sports, when it comes down to it, is really about sort of learning who you are, finding out how much grit you have. And that is and can be very soul-saving. It can also be very difficult and complicated.
Sure.
But roller derby is a place, I think, that invites transformation. And you don't really find that often in the storylines in sports. And so I really wanted to talk about it in the book.
I also think there's something really encouraging about finding a new sport as an adult, which I think is the story for roller derby in a lot of ways. You know, there's not like kids leagues of this that I know of. I'm not sure, but you know what I mean?
There are.
There are, okay. But I feel like most of us aren't doing that, you know what I mean?
But
so a lot of people will find it later in life. I
Right.
feel like that kind of unlocks something else too and leads to better community forming. Like I
Yes.
think of you guys as a very tight-knit group.
Yes, and I think that's intentional.
Yeah.
And that's been very baked into the sport because it started as a women's sport. Most sports that you will watch on television started as men's sports.
Right.
And then women's versions that are played, a lot of times the rule sets are modified, they're changed. Not so with roller derby. It's full contact, and folks of all shapes and sizes play. And you're right, when I was a kid, I didn't have junior roller derby, but now it exists.
Yeah, so already it's kind of catching on and it's growing, and I think that's the intention with a book like this, is that more people can understand the culture and maybe get on board. Who is your ideal audience here? Is it people who are already familiar with roller derby? If I know nothing, can I still appreciate what's in this book?
Absolutely, and really it's about finding yourself. So aside from being the history of modern roller derby, I take you through me learning about the sport, finding the sport, becoming an announcer, becoming a referee, becoming a skater, running the governing body, the WFTDA, putting the sport on ESPN. So you're getting the full experience kind of through my story, and hopefully anyone will find it interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, it sounds fascinating for sure.
Truly lived such many lives, you know, through roller derby, through creating this book. You're also bringing people out to the roller circus. So I know the book launches officially tomorrow. What's happening on Thursday with that?
Yeah, so Ellie and Bird is our, tomorrow night in Port Richmond is our official launch at 6 o'clock. And then we are having at Love City Brewery, we are having our official roller circus kickoff event.
Cool.
And the folks at Cotton Candy Circus are doing incredible things on roller skates.
Eating fire.
Eating fire. So it's between 7 and 10 o'clock. You can come to Love City Brewing, which, by the way, is run by former Philly Roller Derby alumni.
Love.
And it is going to be free. There's going to be door prizes. There's going to, yes, be fire eating. And folks will be able to buy the book if they want to buy the book and talk to me about the process of living my life on roller skates.
I think a lot of people are going to want to meet you, to learn a little bit more after reading this book, or even as a little precursor. We have that fantastic poster up there too. So let's put up the details one more time so people can come on out on Thursday. What's the best place to get the book as well if they can't make it to the event?
You can get book wherever books are sold. You can get the book, but you can find more information about me and the events at ericavanstone.com.
You're inspiring me, Erica. Thank you so much.
Congrats
and best
on
of
the
luck.
launch.
Thank you.
Yeah.